Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our podcast talk show.
Welcome.
Yes.
Hello.
We were talking a little bit ago about some sitcoms.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what. Have you watched I Think You Should Leave yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right. Season 2. All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I
fine.
will get to it this week. I'll start it this week. I actually went movie heavy this week actually.
Oh, very cool.
So I mean, it was pretty fun.
Very cool.
So
All right.
but yeah, I mean not like crazy movie heavy, but basketball's still on. I'm sorry. I can't help it, So anyways, that takes over some.
So is movie crazy like one movie?
No.
In addition to the one that we watched?
I won't talk about that. But no.
Then I went movie crazy too.
Whoa. No. So, anyways, all right. So before we get started though, just make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to get notified when we go drop new content. If you want to shoot us an email, you can always email us at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or you can tweet us at CoreyKevin1.
Bingo.
Sounds
like a really good idea, actually. Let us know your thoughts on movies, TV
Exactly.
shows, all sorts of stuff.
We are pretty opinied. I mean, we have,
Definitely can be.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think that you've learned to be a little bit less like hardcore about it, but at the same time,
Depends on the movie.
Well, and I think it depends on the setting. I think if me and you were talking, you're very level-headed.
Oh, yeah.
When we have certain groups of friends that hang out,
Yeah.
I just think that when you get, it's like 3 versus 1.
Yeah. I have
And I think that's anybody.
always been told from a young age that I would debate anything.
Yeah. Gotcha.
If I even if I was wrong, I would tell you that the sky wasn't blue and that the grass wasn't green.
But to you, it's not. That's the weird part.
Well, it is. I can see green and blue.
Okay.
You don't know these eyes.
So the grass is green and the sky's blue. I mean.
Yeah, sometimes grass is very brown. Sometimes it's a little white. No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny. It should never be that color.
I think you should leave part 2.
Yeah.
Or season 2.
Yeah,
so Jessica, she had said that, it wasn't as funny.
Yes.
And I was like, I agree. I think it's that whole brand new sketch show that adds to this whole new flavor. So now, like, we're used to it. Now we're like, what I mean?
Where else
now
can you go with
you
it?
got to deliver.
Absolutely.
You got to deliver.
Yeah.
And so I actually went back because Netflix keeps putting them on YouTube, like just clips or just parts of the episodes, and I've started rewatching them, and I was like in tears laughing at some of them, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I think it was just the hype.
Oh,
Once you back down off the hype a little bit, you can be like, okay, like,
you settled in.
So
yeah, for sure,
more subjective. And I'm laughing so hard. I mean, there's like, so the one that made me laugh super hard. It's like, it's so stupid.
Okay, you could tell me too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing.
So well, yeah, because like as soon as you see it, I'm not gonna do it any justice.
Exactly.
It's just for my. All right, so it's vulgar, but it's funny. So he's a part of this ghost hunting thing, where like all these people are at this haunted house.
Okay.
And the tour guide is like, "This is the adult tour, so we can say whatever the hell we want." And so,
all right,
Tim goes, we could say whatever the hell we want. We're like, yeah, okay. Jizz. Horsecock. It's like the most wild things that you could possibly think of. And then he starts asking these most ridiculous questions like, did any one of these fuckers come out here and like blast off on the wall? And like, and then then he gets taken off to the side like, what are you doing? Oh, dude, and it's absolutely hilarious. But that one has been stuck in my mind.
Okay.
Horsecock. Why, man?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Why is that circulating?
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Horsecock. That's your first. That's like your first word. It's just so funny. That's hilarious.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right. So you're selling me on it more.
Oh, dude.
So don't pump it up though too much because I'm gonna go in the same head.
I know. So I know, and I apologize. But
no,
it's so funny.
I mean, that scene would make me laugh right there.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'm laughing.
Oh man. Anyways, so I won't go into detail on any other ones because I'll leave them solid. But I want to tell you something. So, I haven't watched Marvel stuff in a really long time.
Yeah.
Like anything Marvel.
Okay.
I've probably rewatched Endgame and Infinity War.
I've not watched anything new. We'll
right. I haven't even seen Spider-Man Far From Home yet.
Oh, gotcha.
So, I don't know. Something has, started ticking in my brain. The whole is getting this Marvel bug. For sure. So then Jessica and I were like, well, all right. So what series do we start on? I had already finished season 2 of Succession, so I'm like, all right,
you're ready.
I'm ready to move on. So we were dealt with the choices of starting these Marvel TV shows that are on Disney Plus.
Okay.
There's WandaVision.
Yeah.
Loki.
Yeah.
And
come on.
Yeah, it's like Falcon, something in Falcon. Why can't
I know, wait a minute. See, now, hold on.
Why can't I think of it right now? So it's
anyways,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
There it is. I was just I knew something to do with him, but I couldn't remember how it went. So I'm like, I didn't want to.
I knew there's Falcon and there's Winter, but I didn't know if are you still going as Winter Soldier?
Well, that's yeah.
But so Jessica really wanted to start off with Loki. I really wanted to start off with WandaVision. So we're like in this big toss up. So we kind of like looked up online, what should we start with?
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting. Like, you really could start anywhere. But a lot of people that we saw said WandaVision.
Okay.
And man, I'll tell you what. Have you watched it yet?
I have not.
Holy crap. I get it now,
Oh, really?
It's phenomenal. It's hilarious and then has like this huge layer of depth.
Does it really?
Oh, my goodness.
See, and actually, she was always one that I loved, but I didn't, you just don't know all the details, I don't think, as much, right? Like about the backstory and things like that. You still know some. I'm not saying that.
You're right.
But maybe I probably she's always that one that in my head I know everybody else's story. Maybe I just didn't even growing up. I just never really read about her, right? I never even when I was even interested in all my, reading stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I know who she was, but did I know anything about her? Anything more? No. And is that what this kind of does for you? Does it kind of give you that?
Well, no. So I think at this point I would say I know Scarlet Witch just because of Age of Ultron introduced their backstory, of being these twins.
Yes.
In Sokovia.
Okay. Yeah. So I seen
the family
that stuff.
killed. Right.
Yeah.
So you see how they're built up on all this stuff but this show is aftermath of Endgame and stuff.
Oh, see, I thought it was before that.
No. Oh, and it's
gotcha. My bad. Okay. See, that's where I was wrong. That's why I thought it was before all that.
This is all so, and I don't want to spoil anything for you, but in one scene, you actually see people come back from the unsnapping. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It was oh man, it was awesome. I was really sad that Jessica fell asleep. I was like, no, I want to keep watching this show.
That's crazy.
It is so good.
So how many episodes do you think you
I think I'm pretty sure 5 episodes.
Okay.
And there are 9.
And then is there more than one season or just one so far?
No, and I think they're only going to be one season. I think most of these series are only going to be one.
Gotcha, which makes sense.
Maybe 2. Okay. I've not heard of 2, but yeah.
Gotcha, which makes
it serves the fill in the blank
correct
portions of things. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So after this one, I agree with Jessica. We're going to watch Loki because Loki in chronological order. I think it picks up right where. All right, so in Endgame, when they screw up with the time stone and Loki winds up taking it and disappearing.
Yes,
I think it takes place because he branches off reality. So I think it takes place somewhat after that.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty simultaneous of WandaVision, but I'll tell you what, WandaVision is seriously though solid.
Really?
The writing is genius.
Okay. I'm in.
They're great actors, and it's really funny because if you ever watched like I Love Lucy, Bewitched,
yeah.
So it gives you those straight vibes in certain episodes, and they're just so funny too. Like
really,
they work. It works on multiple levels. Like some episodes are comedies, some episodes are not. So it's like it's really an interesting series, man. Like,
all right.
So cool.
See, that's the hard part.
So
See,
cool.
once I get started, though, I don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, I'm gonna end up watching like. I mean, just all Marvel. My life would just be wrapped around Marvel.
I know. That's what I didn't want to happen. That's why I took a break.
Yeah, well, because it already was. Yeah. That was the thing.
Yeah.
I was squeaking in other things. You know what I mean? That's what I felt like. I was like squeaking in other things while around my Marvel life. You know, I'm like watching movies like,
there's other movies. Wait a minute. I
thought Marvel like just was everything. So I
was like upset because it was like, well, you have to have Disney Plus to watch these shows, and it's like, man, that's like such a Disney move, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Pay more money. Let's time or money lock you away from this content. I can't go to a theater to watch it, so it's like, well, all right, I'll say screw it. I know I have a huge dispute with Disney. I don't care for them as a company because they just take and take and take. Actually, they kind of screwed over theaters with the Black Widow release because it actually did better streaming than it did in theaters.
Yeah. Well, I figure you're still going to get that for a little while.
Yeah, but Disney's massive. Like, their outreach is huge. Like, that's going to be a really visible movie.
Okay.
They could have held off for a week. It's still their movie. Like, they're still making money no matter what.
It is true. Yeah.
So it's like, instead of just being focused on the money, maybe the user experience is a little more important.
That's true.
That kind of a thing. So I don't know, but I said, you know what? I can't hold off forever.
Yeah.
I can't. All right. So I'm scrolling through every day. This is what I do at work, right? I'm scrolling through news and articles and such, and anything that's WandaVision or Loki or that scroll past. So I know nothing.
Yeah.
I've tried to block it all away, and I know I can't forever.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, all right. And I'm telling you what, dude, I'm not kidding. It is awesome.
Real? Okay. All right.
WandaVision so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna watch. So I think you should,
I think you should leave. That's 6 episodes, and they're like 20.
Exactly.
No, they're like 15 to 20 minutes each.
So I mean, I could probably breeze through that very simply.
We did it in an evening.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
Yeah, as I say, that's insane.
I was like, wait a minute. I waited like 2 years.
Because they come from Adult Swim, right? Like, isn't that they don't? I could have swore that this
is all Netflix.
I thought this was like. It was not. I could have. Okay, maybe it was something kind of similar. I don't know. Maybe. I guess.
Well, I mean, like it's similar to like Adult Swim content, but this show is Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So for some reason, I just thought it was, and that's why like Adult like the Adult Swim.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You'll probably see the same people,
like an Eric Andre thing.
Oh yeah.
You like that? That you like? Well, that's like kind of like more like what I was going with. So
yeah.
But
no, I think you should leave with Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
Well. It's a great segue because I kind of went, all right, no. You've watched stuff. I was about to. There's somebody in I think you should leave.
Okay.
Who's also in something else that we watched. And it's a perfect segue, but we can't do it.
Why not? I mean, okay. So I'll tell you about the one movie that I watched, okay?
Well, yeah.
We've talked about this before.
I'll bring up I think you should leave.
Again.
All
right. Remind me again later to watch it again, all right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Don't worry. That will happen.
Okay, all right. So I know that I've talked about this before, and I mean, it's an old movie, right? So it's not like another one that I watched.
Yeah.
But it is called Having Fun, or wait, Have Fun with Dick and Jane, or
How to Have, yeah.
Wow, I'm like drawing a blank.
How to Have Fun with Dick and Jane or something like that.
No,
that's so fun that you watched that. We had just watched that the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have it on DVD. I watched it a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
It's like what, 2007?
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Oh man, well don't say it like that.
It is 2005. I knew what I looked at.
2005?
Yeah, wow. As I say, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Even older. Huh.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. So I mean, I was like 7 when this was born. I'm just kidding.
I graduated, so that cannot be right. Tia Leone, Jim Carrey.
I'm telling you,
dude, very funny movie.
Very fun. So I have not like. Okay, you know my love for Jim Carrey. I mean, he's my dude. I mean, he's my boy, right? I mean, he's got me wrapped around his little fingertip. But so when the funniest scene that I laughed at super hard, which I mean, there's multiples, but like this one is, remember when he first walked into the convenience store and he's trying to pull his gun out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the faces that he was making, they're just Jim Carrey faces. But I am hysterically laughing, and then I look up, and the last time, and this is what got me like to where, I mean, I was actually like belly laughing. Okay. To when he was. All right, so the guy's like, it's 1:29, and he's trying to pull out his gun out of his sweatshirt. Okay. So he's like doing this, and then all of a sudden when he started doing that, he actually like he's falling over, and it's real. He's really falling over.
Yeah.
And so like it looks so real. You're trying to pull a gun out, and then I don't know why. I've watched this movie multiple times.
Yeah, right.
But that scene got me so good when I watched it yesterday, man. I was laughing hysterically.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, the parts, and like there is certain things that like, okay, so that's a movie I watched, right? And because I've seen it so many times, like you look at more details, okay?
Yeah,
so,
right.
Do you know
right.
one thing that like I noticed about the movie, and I know this is probably what they wanted you to think of, because like you don't want to think about the hard times with the kid, but they really don't mention the kid all that often in that movie at all.
Not to mention, he clearly spends enough time with the housekeeper, like he's speaking like fluent Spanish instead of English. Yeah,
very.
Yeah, they're not the best role models. Yeah,
no. So then I'm like, this is kind of really weird, And then and I like it because they bring him in, and then he has one purpose in the actual entire movie, is when he answers the phone when Dick loses his wallet, and he answers in Spanish. Remember, because they're coming to get everybody over there. So yeah, there we go.
That's awesome.
That made me, it's like,
is it just fun with Dick and Jane?
It's just fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah. Jessica was chuckling over there. I'm like,
for sure. It's funny. It's funny too because I turned it on just to have it in the background actually, and then it turned into where I'm full blown watching it.
It's such like a man, I watched it. I have it on DVD, and then it's like it's wiped from my memory. I never think of that movie, and then when I saw it on Netflix, I'm like, oh yeah,
done.
Yeah, that's a funny movie.
Yeah, it was almost too easy. As soon as I saw it, I was going through all kinds of other movies, and as soon as I was
best.
Oh, for sure, I hit it down like, yep.
That's the best when you can find something quickly.
Yeah,
instead of the endless scrolling.
Oh,
that's why you have to have a game plan before you go in. Otherwise,
is that the game plan?
I'm not sure yet. Let me see
what's
I'll table that one.
Yeah.
I'll table that one. Not anymore, though. We're just checking stuff off now.
Yep.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Don't rewatch nothing.
Yeah, we, once Jessica had fallen asleep for WandaVision, I turned it off, and because it was getting so good, I didn't want to have to, like... Not necessarily, because I like rewatching stuff, but I want to have like that same feeling that she's getting while we're watching it too. So so I put on a movie.
What movie?
It's with Batman. I'm sorry, Michael Keaton.
Okay.
It's called The Founder. Never heard of it?
No.
Yeah, it's about this guy who is the quote-unquote founder of McDonald's.
Okay.
And it's this story of where he started, and Ray Kroc is the guy Michael Keaton plays, and he's like this door-to-door salesman type of guy, not door-to-door, to like he's going to like businesses selling like these giant mixers or whatever, and this company called McDonald's out in, I think it was California. They requested they could buy 8 of those mixers, and he hasn't sold any of them. So he's like, this has got to be wrong. Like I gotta go see what this operation is. Right. Everywhere he goes, he eats the food and he watches the service and whatever. And he goes to this place, McDonald's, and instead of being a drive-through or a drive-in, it's come up to the window, put in your order, and within 30 seconds, your order is ready, and you're taking it away. And it was like really impressive to see. And these two brothers actually started. They had built like this drive-in type of restaurant.
Okay.
And then that wasn't really going so well, so they were like, let's try something else. So they like kept dabbling, and then they even moved their building to a new location, to a better location. And they like worked out the schematics of the kitchen and the whole place so that everybody had a purpose. And it was like this flawless machine of people cooking the burgers, putting them on the buns. You had people that put the onion on there, pickle, and then they built a contraption that would disperse ketchup and mustard out of this thing in perfect quantities, and you just used the Lazy Susan and just, so
Wow.
These people were like this efficient conveyor belt of fast food, and they were just a single one-off. These two brothers came up with it, and
Gotcha.
it was very, very popular. Well, Ray Kroc said, you have to be everywhere. You're perfect. Like, you're synonymous with America. Like, McDonald's, it's like a family brand. It's like all this stuff, right? And he's talking about expansion. They're like, we've tried it, and it didn't work, whatever. But Ray Kroc, he made it work, man. He wound up. So the interesting thing about McDonald's is they actually own the land, and they lease it to the franchisor, to the franchisee.
Yeah, okay.
And then so that's like their bread and butter. McDonald's is more of a real estate company than a fast food.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
And they go over that in the movie of like how they actually started with that, because he was getting killed in their contract of expansions of new franchises. People were putting up McDonald's everywhere, but he was like not pulling in any money, so he created like this second company called the McDonald's Foundation, or the McDonald's Corporation, which really pissed off the brothers because he did this all behind their back and stuff. And I'll be honest, like how it was portrayed in the movie, I don't know how necessarily it was in real life.
Yeah.
I get where the brothers were coming from. They were very wholesome. Like, they didn't want like to be so rich that you have no idea what to do with your money. Like, they were working folk. They would rather, do their own one store than, anyways. Ray Kroc was like giving them all these ideas, and they'd shoot down every single one.
Oh, okay.
So you could see like where this was gonna happen, anyways. But Ray Kroc wound up. So then, any new franchise that started up leased the land from the McDonald's Corporation, and then within that contract, they had to keep up with cleanliness. They had to keep up with like the menu items, because all these other McDonald's started making their own menu items and doing things that they wanted to do, and it was like, no, this is McDonald's. This is what you're gonna be.
Wow.
That because like they stripped away like everything on their menu except for the core burger, fries, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That way they could maximize everything at that point.
That's so crazy. That's wild. I mean, that is crazy.
So Ray Kroc built this empire because of this guy. I don't know. I can't remember who he worked for. It's kind of funny because it's B.J. Novak, Ryan from The Office. He played the guy who told Ray Kroc, hey, you're in the wrong business. You're not in the franchise business. You're in the real estate business. You need to be buying the land and leasing it to the franchisees. And they're like, oh, wait, excuse me, what? That's genius.
Wow.
So it was like a really really well done movie too.
That's smart. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to think, because I mean, I guess that then you're always getting paid.
Yeah, dude, and then it's real estate, right? So like you own the land.
Yeah.
So even if the McDonald's doesn't go there, okay, well you could
sell
either sell the land.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
yeah. Build something else on it.
Yeah, build something else on it. So yeah, So I mean, it's really like an incredible journey.
Yeah, that's cool, man. All right.
I mean, I don't know exactly, like I said, how factual everything is.
Well,
this guy was basically he put a second mortgage on his house to afford a franchise, his very own franchise of McDonald's, and started a contract with the brothers to build it out even further. It was wild, man. It was really wild. Because, I mean, like, if you think about it, there's McDonald's everywhere.
Well, yeah.
And, like, that happened very quickly.
Yeah. They keep coming up, too. Yeah.
Like, growing.
Yeah.
And they all had, like, the golden arches. And that's, like, Ray Kroc. Again, factual. I don't know. But
yeah.
Ray Kroc, like, basically stole the story of how McDonald's started, though. And that's where I, like, kind of was like, well, that's really crappy.
Yeah.
You're not paying your respect to, like, the people who literally did all of the work.
Yes.
All you did was franchise and come up with some clever plans, right?
Exactly.
Like these guys came up with a whole system.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you, they would still be in their single, probably location, maybe two.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, they wound up actually getting, since the contract got ripped out, their McDonald's, they actually had to change the name of their McDonald's. Because they got bought out. So their new place, they had to name it something else.
Wow.
And they put a McDonald's really close to there and put them out of business. Within like 3 years or something like that. I mean, that's terrible.
What,
man, I'm not a killer like that, man.
No. I'm not a corporate. I can't be.
Yeah, I'd never be able to do that. Like, why would you?
Yes.
Do that?
What is the purpose of that?
Leave them alone.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's funny because you say like with Dick and Jane.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had fun with Dick and Jane, right? That's what happens to Dick.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's corporate thing. So so that's insane. So yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, and then I'm gonna get the check for $100. Remember that? That would make me mad. I'm sorry. That just you said that made me think about it. Remember when Dick's old boss gave him a check for $100? Said, "I just want you to have this because this is what I think you're worth."
Oh yeah.
So when he caught him, so this is before they got his signature to give him a 40.
That's right.
400. Yeah. So like when he did that, so at first I'm like, at first I thought he was gonna do like 20. I thought they were talking like $20,000 or something. So I kind of forgot about the scene. To be honest with you, so I rewatched it, and then I'm like, oh wow, you know what I mean? I'm like, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm upset too for you. And then all of a sudden he's like, then we turned around and said that. I'm like, this guy's a genius. You know? This guy is a freaking genius.
That's funny.
No, but sorry, but yes. Anyways.
Yeah, The Founder, man. It was awesome. It's on Netflix right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I found it already, so it's pretty good. Yeah, it's got, I mean, just so you know, like the Rotten Tomatoes and stuff on it. I mean, it's 81 on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah, 7.2 on IMDb. I mean, it's got some good ratings. Did you know they actually started putting Voodoo ratings up here?
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Voodoo. Rating all my movies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, making sure of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, but 4.2 out of 5?
Oh, hey, I'll tell you what.
So
it was very like it almost felt like they didn't waste any of your time. Like they had a very cohesive story that moved along at a great pace.
Okay.
It was good. I liked it. You know what else is on Netflix?
What's that?
I Think You Should Leave. Season 2.
All right. Okay. All right. So reminder.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a fella in there.
Okay.
Named Sam Richardson.
Okay. For some reason, it's not ringing a bell to me.
All right. So you never watched Detroiters, right? On Comedy Central. And in the first season of I Think You Should Leave, do you remember like Bart Harley Jarvis, the baby competition? The announcer guy? Yeah. That's Sam Richardson.
All right. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. I'm still going through it. I'm listening.
So he's in this movie that we watched.
Okay. Sorry, that scene is completely in my head right now. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
When people are like yelling horrible things at Bart Harley Jarvis, get him out of here! Nope. They're like threatening a baby. It's such a wild skit. He's like, this skit's over. Yep, we're done. It's over.
Yeah. All right. Jason Richardson.
Sam Richardson.
Sam Richardson.
He's in the movie that we watched, The Tomorrow War.
Oh yes, he is.
Yeah.
Now it's boom,
dude. I'll tell you what.
You're a genius. What's up?
That was the segue, right?
That was the segue.
That was the perfect segue.
Perfect.
Like Sam Richardson.
Yep.
Dude, I thought I was gonna go to bed having nightmares.
Oh,
I really enjoyed that movie.
Did you?
Did you?
I really, really did. I think I had a lot of fun with the entire thing.
Yeah.
I had one little gripe at the very end. The CGI was not. I mean, so in the one scene. Okay, do you remember when like? I don't want to like give anything away because it is a newer movie. I'm not trying to like totally give away like the ending or anything like that. But like, so do you remember the two were fighting at the very end?
Yeah.
So when he like on the back,
so I'm
like,
it's
I'm like, dude, really? Like,
Yeah,
you guys had me pumped
yeah,
this entire time, and then this happened. I mean,
I actually was a little shocked, just because like it felt like there wasn't any loss.
Yeah.
And, well, no, let me take that back because like there is massive loss, but towards the end. Like the way the chain of events, I thought for sure we'd lose someone.
For sure.
Well, never mind. So anyway,
exactly.
I was really shocked to see it got a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Insane, isn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought these monsters, these white spikes, were insanely well made.
Done.
And the all right, so besides the hopping on the back, all the other interactions with these things were insanely well done.
There was a lot. I had one fight scene to where he was sleeping, getting shot. Okay, the whitetail was or white spike.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's getting shot without protecting himself, and he stands up and continues getting shot and does not get hurt the entire time. And then all of a sudden, when he drops down and they start chasing him, shoots him in the same spots, and just dies. I just don't understand there was like no hurt there. Like it was just.
So yeah, I thought I was a little confused too at a certain point because they actually tell you
where to shoot, right?
Gut and head.
Yes, exactly. So they tell
neck, gut and neck.
Yeah, gut and neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they tell you that. So then when they're first starting to shoot, that's where he's shooting, right? So then when it didn't, so then I'm like, it just kind of threw me off like a little bit, you know.
I said this is, human race is over because like how do you win?
Yeah, he said, how do you win?
How do you win that?
No, you can't.
I mean, clearly there's a way, right?
Well, there's a will.
There's a second one coming out. Well, not coming out, but
it's like
in development. Yeah, no, I was a little mystified by that. So, so I'm like, wait. It ended. I'm like,
there's a two?
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one way they can go. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
I mean.
So, like, the explosion was a little ambiguous. So, I'm guessing.
Exactly.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I like that part, too, where, like, they discovered, kind of, like, how they got there and everything like that. I thought that was really cool.
And it was crazy because when the big thing happened, all right, and then like he was back, okay.
Mm-hmm.
When all that happened, I look at the show. I look at the time because I thought it was shorter, right? And I'm like, oh wait, there's a lot left. I got 40 minutes into this thing. What is going on?
Did the same thing. Jessica had to use the bathroom, and I paused it. I was like, whoa. There's like 40 minutes left on this thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's still some story to tell.
For sure. I'm like,
right,
so then I maybe like I sat back and got focused and you know what I mean? We got involved. I was not that I ever was because I mean it was good. I mean, sad though. You know what I mean? That's
Dude, all right.
Like,
so
that's the thing. So
I'll tell you what, like that. So I think I really like this movie because I feel like any regular Joe Schmo could relate to this movie because it's me being taken, you being taken.
Yes.
It's anybody, no matter your background, no matter almost sometime age, you know, like all these things. Yeah. Like
we get to finding out why.
Why? Yeah, you find out why. Yeah, right.
Thank you, Sam Richardson.
Which is way more messed up than anything else, but whatever.
Yeah.
I know. Like when they said that, I'm like, wait, what? How does that apply? I'm like, oh, that's messed up.
Yes, for sure, absolutely.
So not only are you dealt possibly terrible news, but then you're like, basically, you have 24 hours to get your affairs in order. 24 hours, like it's gonna take me 6 hours to get home.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you guys fly me home right now.
Yeah. You better have a teleporter.
Does this thing take me home? That's what I need.
Oh man. So I really liked the idea of these other people who are not fit, who are not
for sure.
gunners and military people who are thrust into this, and you want to survive. You want to do anything. So like I felt like it was such a really cool look into how like somebody like me would be portrayed in a movie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
like, yeah. So I just thought that was absolutely cool. But then it was like absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah.
When they have like that accident as they're transporting.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are you kidding me?
Not that big of a squad anyways.
No.
And it's like,
just,
hey, half, sorry, that's our bad.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, is this where like 70% of people are
Exactly,
going?
yes,
like,
yes. Is it just not working?
You guys are saying oops a lot?
Yeah, yeah. That's, no, Dude, it's not good.
Brutal movie.
Brutal. I'm telling you, it was crazy. And I actually realized it because I knew I complained about the white things at the very beginning, but I liked them a lot, actually. I think a lot of their things were really sweet. They're terrible aimers. But you know,
but still,
it's so sweet.
The mother shooting like multiple.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
No, I'm not that fast.
Exactly. Yes. It's dude. There's no way. So, I mean, so don't be wrong. You know, when Mr. Chris Pratt in there, you know, and he's doing his whole thing, you know, and he's bouncing left and right. I'm like, that is sweet, you know, but at the same time, aim better.
Yeah.
If I fight an alien in 30 years, I bet they better seriously be able to peck me away from miles away.
Like what?
I don't want to see him.
I don't want to see him. Well, that was like one of the frightening things. They're like, why don't we have any pictures or videos of these things? They're like, well, the consensus was that if you saw them, we'd have like nobody here. And it's like, oh my God.
Yes.
They're that scary that you won't even show me a picture of them.
Yes. So, well, like, okay, so the, do you remember the video where they look down? Like when they first get out there and they look down over the side and somebody was over there and they end up getting like you hear gunfire.
Yeah.
Okay, but did you not really at first? I didn't see anything. It looked like they were almost like invisible.
Oh no, I saw the little white things, but it's so quick. They're just like wah.
And I think I just missed it. I might have just looked away or something really quickly. I really don't know what happened, but I'm like, wait a minute, they were invisible? Like, whoa! Like, no wonder,
dude. When they're getting away on the helicopters and they're like, whoosh, gliding. Dude, I'm like, no.
Did your heartbeat start beating a little faster?
Yeah, because I'm like, are you kidding me?
They're like fly too?
Beat these things? Are you kidding me?
Yes, it's insane. You can't.
Screw it. I'm dead. Don't care. Humans don't deserve to live. If they can't compete with that.
How are you supposed to? And when does it stop? Like, that's the thing, too, if you think about it that way.
Dude, yeah.
So you'd have, I mean, you know, like, okay, remember when, you know, they're coming back for something.
Oh, dude.
Dude.
There's a lot of them.
As I'm telling you. Like, I mean.
So, it was so funny because I was like, oh, I wonder if they can't swim. And then, like, you know, they come, like, barreling, right? And I'm like, guess they can swim.
Yeah, they sure can.
Holy crap, man. Yeah. I'm like, these are worse than the fast zombies.
Exactly. Yeah, there's literally, I mean, there's literally nothing you could have done. I don't think besides, like, imagine just being out there just as, like, you know, so, you know, in the zombie world, right? You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're kind of screwed if you don't have a weapon of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
But you could pick up a bat. You could, like, I mean, there's Lucille's
you can figure
out there, right?
Stuff out.
Exactly.
This? Nope.
You're done for.
Although I did like Sam Richardson's at the last moment.
Oh, yeah. So
he's like, oh, dude, all right. So there's the two moments, especially like, all right. So before he like saws one, and he's like ready. He's like, not running this time, right? And like, oh shit, shit. And then the time where they're in the stairwell, he's like, shit. It just keeps firing his weapon. Shit. Dude, it was so funny. I'm laughing so hard because like that's me all day.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'll be screaming every profanity I could possibly scream, man. Just like funny. There are not enough bullets in this gun. No. I need to. Oh, dude, insane.
They were scary.
Dude, anxiety. Like this movie was very submersive. Of like making me feel like I'm not like a 3D movie, but like making me feel like I'm with them and stuff. Like when we're going through and like they're like my anxiety's going. I'm like, what's on the other side, man?
You don't know. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah,
you have no idea
disappearing.
Dude. That's where. Oh, dude.
They did a fantastic job that way, and I think what actually helped them a lot is the oops.
Oh yeah, right.
So then you're like, oops, what? And then all of a sudden, then it happens. You're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And actually, that scene is actually in the preview. So when they're falling from the sky,
when they're falling from the sky and hitting the building, and dude,
that's
when
insane.
they're like, you'll land 5 to 10 feet above the ground or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, that's not bad.
No,
slap. You know, oh hey, what about this giant building?
Yes. Well, how about 50 feet in the air,
dude? Man, that's awful. Yeah. How about you drop me real high? No parachute. Yeah.
Okay.
People
yeah. So this is my only. So I had a question for you. So I got two.
Yeah.
Did you want to throw a salt on anybody in this movie?
Dude, all right. I actually wanted to bring this up because I'm like, dude, Gail the Snail,
she
man.
Came out, man.
She killed it.
Yeah, for sure.
When she's like, you know, I guess like, she has this moment in the movie where I'm like, damn,
you're
Gail the Snail freaking killed it.
Yep,
man.
she can throw salt on me.
She can throw salt on me. Yeah. Gail the Snail's redeemed.
Yeah.
I'll throw salt on Charlie.
For sure.
D.
Yeah, all of them.
Dennis.
Yeah, especially
Max.
Dennis.
Yeah, especially Dennis.
Yeah.
I didn't see them go into the Tomorrow War. Dude, I was, and that's another reason, like, where I was pumped, because, like, some of these people, like, I would be pooping myself when that first alarm goes off. Like, all right, everybody. Like, wait, what do you mean? All right, everybody.
Like, for sure.
Everybody's in casual clothes. He's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I wasn't allowed to wear pants. I was given shorts, but I kept this jacket. You know,
yes.
Sam Richardson.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hey, can you stop talking? Well, I talk when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous. And then he's like, I just missed everything they just said.
Yep. That dude too. That he was. What was that other guy's name? The one that did like the third tour and stuff.
Oh, I can't remember his name, but dude, his shotgun was sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Super sweet. When he came running in there and slid and
yep, bro, dude, that was sweet.
Dude, I was pumped for that scene.
That was definitely sweet.
I'm like, oh, I like that. At first, I was kind of like, it was kind of like he was the army guy that was actually put into the situation, right?
Yeah, right.
So everybody else is kind of below him, and he's kind of like that guy in the movie. And I'm not saying he's not, but at the same time, though, he's really not. It's just, you know what I mean? But the time that he just,
well, especially because, like, Pratt winds up, you know, leading the way.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Forrester? Dan Forrester.
Yeah, Dan, yeah. With one
interesting, arm. Interesting how he spells it. I love the twist.
The twist was, and actually, if I knew something that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew something, but at the same time, I didn't. You know, I guess I should have. I guess I should have just put two and two together.
I didn't like even think of it like and then like as soon as. I don't know. It must have been like the way she first looks at him when like they first see it. And I'm like, oh,
boom,
and then like you know, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Definitely didn't catch that before. But awesome.
Oh, fantastic.
So it just adds like that extra layer, you know.
Yeah.
Man, I really enjoyed it, dude. I'll tell you what though, the anxiety of being on the streets, of moving around and staying away from those things.
Yeah.
Nope. No, that was funny with Sam Richardson's character. He's like, they're like, all right, you two are being redeployed. He's like, nope, I can't do that again. There's no way. Like, I mean, I would have a very hard time to be like, okay, cool. Let's go risk that again. Did the Humvees come for them and then just like smash through? And I'm like,
what are you gonna do?
Why'd you send the Humvees? No. Idiots.
Yeah.
Send a Transformer.
Yeah. They're out there.
Yeah, they're on other planets.
That's where they messed up.
There is something I will bring up to you after the podcast.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay. Definitely do that.
Yeah.
So the one question I did have like another one, you know what I mean, besides the Gale of Snail thing. So it's not really like a question. I just don't think that, and maybe I just took what they said, but they said that they created essentially like a wormhole. You know what I mean? I mean, we all know what happens. Okay, so the movie premise is they come from the future to recruit the people in the past. Okay, that's literally what you know what I mean, what the premise of the movie is. So we all know that. So with that being said, though, they made a comment in there is that why they can't build more. Okay? Mm-hmm. So why they can't do more. Why? Okay, so like why did they choose the time that they did if they could have started? Okay, I'm trying not to. Well, my whole problem is I'm trying not to give too much of it away. Okay, so why not go to a different time instead of the time that they went to? And maybe that's why they explain it more. Like, why did they go to that time instead of any other time? And if they had it, if they could do any time they wanted to with the thing that they created, okay, that's held together by sticks and duct tape. Okay.
Yeah, gum and
so gum and duct tape, is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So why did they choose essentially? Why did they choose that time frame? Like, why did they go? It's because if you think about it, like, okay, so because why didn't they go just before the war started to prevent the war from happening? Of whatever, however they could have done it. Like, why did they?
Because they needed to. Basically, like if you have, well, I think part of the answer is a specific character.
Got it.
But other than that, I think it might have. I think it's honestly like
so
just
you
a
think,
point in time.
Perfect.
Okay. Not necessarily that.
Well, yeah, but thank you. That's what I was leaning towards the entire.
Well, yeah, but I'm not 100% sold on that either. Though.
Okay.
Like another option would be, well, it's really doesn't matter what time because it's months and months before Pratt's even taken in.
Yeah.
Lots of people have already gone in. So you know what I mean? Like it's not like it's a specific time. I think they probably chose a certain amount of time so that if they were able to get a thing and send it back in time, that they would have enough time to mass produce and figure out how to best destroy these things. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's necessarily just because of the one character. I think that's like, that's very possible.
Oh, yeah.
But that would be if a certain someone was in charge of the whole thing. And if that was the case, they couldn't see in the future to know that this was their last shot to bring him in. You know what I mean? So I think it's like a long shot. I think it's like just so happens kind of a thing.
Okay.
And the time that they came back is just like, hey, we were able to set it 50 years or 30 years in the past.
Got it.
And then that just happens to be the day or whatever that it comes back.
Okay.
So and then if you think about it, like their resources are probably super stretched.
Oh, for sure.
There's only 500,000 people left on Earth.
No, that's insane. Isn't that crazy?
500,000 people
on Earth, though.
Yeah.
Not the states.
Yeah.
Earth.
Not some big city.
Yeah.
No, Earth.
That'd be money's got no value. I mean,
that's
the thing.
Survival because you're still actually fighting the white spikes, which, man.
I wonder what's gonna. Well, I don't know. Never mind.
Oh yeah. There are times where they're running, and I'm like, dude, these things are impossible.
Yeah, you can't. And especially if you think about it, so their soft spots are their necks and their stomachs.
Yeah.
So if they're running towards you,
you're not hitting.
You're not hitting anything.
Yeah. I know. It's like you can't be equipping these people with just regular guns.
Well, yes.
You need rocket launchers.
Exactly.
Man.
Everybody
needs rocket launchers. You're just repeaters, man.
Yes.
You know.
If you think about it, think about how many times that they destroyed all your guns and all your bullets, right?
Yeah.
But then you go back in time 30 years. Then you have the same amount that you went into there for.
Dude, and you could just keep manufacturing them and sending them on with all the new soldiers. Stockpile.
You just start, you start baby booming.
Right. Now, here's another interesting thing. Well, it triggered in my mind because another interesting thing is the people they sent back had not been born yet.
Yeah.
So they could not interfere. I really liked when they were like, hey, you know what I'm thinking? They're like, these people haven't been born yet. And that way, if there were any paradoxes, there's no problem because they would never run into themselves because they haven't even been born yet. So I thought that was pretty.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty smart thinking. So like even when like the portal possibly might close, they would they would still be fine because they would never they would just like live in a different time.
Got it.
I'd say my only gripe with the movie is towards the end they were wrapping up real quick.
All of a sudden,
pretty much had every single thing that you could possibly need in their bags. Yeah, like. Oh, we have to get in there? No problem. We have all the stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't see you go anywhere for that, but okay.
Yeah.
Plus, like, you got a lot of gas to be hauling, a heck of a lot of stuff, but whatever. I just chalked it up. I don't care. Plus, J.K. Simmons, that dude was ripped.
Jacked.
That dude was jacked up on some mountain freaking dude, man.
So when I first saw him, I'm like, wait a minute. Is that him? You know, is that a body double with his face on?
Yeah, right.
You know, hold on a second. You know, but you could just tell because he's getting older. That, you know what I mean? He's just he's just an in shape. An in shape older gentleman. You know.
Yeah. What do they call him? Sarcastic Santa or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and he played it pretty well. You know. Yeah,
I thought it was pretty darn funny.
That thing right there, that one scene. No. Remember that scene in there?
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's where I thought, see ya.
I know. And then all of a sudden, and then the scene that I hate happens.
Yeah, right. Like,
so I'm like,
it's equatable to in Lord of the Rings, the trilogy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Legolas has these moments where they're like, did you have to do that? Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. And I understand that you're watching a lot of the CGI in there anyways, but when you incorporate things with other things that are CGI, it's where you could create a great scene CGI.
Right.
Perfectly.
Right. But there's limits. There's definitely limits.
Don't have people jump on their backs. Don't, you know what I mean? We were good.
Yeah, it just didn't look right.
Just don't interact with that.
It was like some weird blurry mess.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it just doesn't. It's never going to be absolutely perfect. It's just. It's almost impossible to do. So.
Right. Yeah, I'll say it again. I really enjoyed that movie, and I was shocked.
Yeah, but
that was 53% because that was a wild freaking ride. I want to rewatch it.
So I have two people at work that that we talk movies and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. But never from more than anybody else. And both of them, like, literally probably gave it, like, if I had to give them ratings for both, one gave it probably a 60 and the other one gave it like a 30. Like one hated it, did not like it at all. He was mad because he goes, you know what he told me? This is what he said. I don't know if he didn't understand that the whitetails were aliens because, and this is why. He told me, he's like, oh, you barely see any aliens in that at all. And that's not the entire thing. So when I watched it, I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I cannot wait to go to work tomorrow and talk to you about how there's no aliens
throughout this entire thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So like literally once it happens, you see them like throughout the rest of the thing. I mean, there's one that at the very, you see some super close. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, yeah.
And so those are aliens. They're not their pets. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know. Like, I mean, isn't that? It's weird. Like. I don't know. That freaks me out.
It freaks me out because, like, it's like, all right, so part of the plot is, like, kind of like this climate change stuff. And I'm what if?
Yes.
I don't want to live in that reality, man. I'm not ready.
And we,
I don't have enough weapons, man.
Exactly, yeah. Wait a minute.
I need a Gatling gun.
Yes. Do you want to go, like, tonight?
Yeah, we got to go tonight. Yeah. Right. That's so funny. I thought, all right, so I also want to mention that Pratt, I thought he did a really good job in like almost like a non-comedic role. He really didn't have
that many
funny lines. Like he wasn't like a Star-Lord. Like he was just like this honest character, good honest character, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really do think that he did a fantastic job throughout. Like, I mean, all of it. Yeah. I mean, really,
just don't jump on anybody's back.
Exactly. Yes, and that's it. So, that's it. Other than that, that's the only thing that I think that he did not very well. But that, and then I did laugh. Okay, so because you kind of knew what was coming when the phone call that he got when he walked outside. Remember at the party when he came home from work for like at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so when he walked out there. and then he got the phone call, and then he just like hung out, and then it went from like you could see like he went through like the emotions, right, and they were good. The last emotion was great when he's kicking in. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's like kicking a trash can, and he's like not having it, you know. Throws the can, you know what I mean? He beats it up.
Yeah.
But before that was like, to me, it was kind of like very, I don't know. Like it was just kind of seemed weird out there. I don't know, because I don't know. Maybe I wasn't expecting that.
I think like that's kind of nice for me. Like I still need to watch Passengers. I haven't watched that one with Pratt, which is like more of a serious movie, I think. But I think like that's where like I was attracted to it. It didn't have anything that was Pratt. It wasn't like an Andy Dwyer.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Like
it was
this total different character, and he played it straight. Like that to me, I was excited about because it wasn't like this.
I was excited for the rest of it. The whole entire rest of the movie, I think, did great. But for some reason, that scene seemed cheesy to me.
That's
so I'm just
funny.
like, I don't know, you know? Like, it was just weird. I thought it was just another one of his weird, quirky moments in the movie. That was just one of those weird ones that stuck out in my head.
Jumping into trash bins or...
yeah, he was like...
What did he jump in Parks and Rec? What are those things called? Dumpsters.
Yeah.
And then he does it again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my wallet.
Yeah. He's. I'm gonna have to watch that again too.
Yeah,
I'm been heavy talking about Gail the Snail.
Yeah,
I'm going back heavy on that. On the.
I have been watching a lot of It's Always Sunny as well. We've been putting that going to sleep and everything, and I think we're on season 3, and I swear, like all I'm doing now is just like looking in the backgrounds for everything now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll tell you.
You know?
There's been a lot that I can't remember that I caught, and you know what I mean, things like that. But
yeah,
so.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. I think that's all I got. I want to make sure I wrote down some notes this time to make sure I talked about them, and I think I hit them all.
Nice. It's always a good feeling when you can knock everything off your list. Like, oh yeah, I talked about them all.
Boom.
Talked about it all.
Done.
So, what do we want to do for the movie next week?
Okay. So, I mean, I feel like we have some options. I know, you know, we think we talked about this, but I don't know if we're gonna make it. I mean, Black Widow last week.
Yeah, unless we streamed it, I could probably do a streaming, but I don't know if I'll be able to do a theater. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Okay, so we can kind of have that up in the air. I would love to.
I would also really like to. Yeah.
But I don't know. We did have the new movies, the new Space Jam 2 come out.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So we did watch that. I mean that one could come out.
Okay.
So that's a big one. And I'm trying to think. I think I had one more, but after watching it, I forget. I had like another recommendation, and then after watching the preview for it, it looked good, sounded good when I read about it, and then when I saw the preview, I did not like it. It was on Netflix, so other than that, I think that's the only other thing that I was thinking of. I mean, do you have anything on your end at all besides? I mean, Space Jam's. I mean,
Space Jam. Yeah, because I hear some pretty heavily mixed.
Very heavily. So I do think that we definitely should do that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that one, and then
it is a short movie though too, so it's not like a super short movie, but I mean I do think that.
So why don't we attempt Black Widow?
Okay.
We'll see what the streaming world is like, and see how expensive that is. Disney. It's like $300 to watch it streaming.
Probably
$20 to go see it in theaters, but. And then in 6 months they'll release the 1080p.
Yeah.
And then in 6 months from that they'll release 4K. And then 6 months from that it'll be some like 4K collector's edition.
Yes. For like $95.
Yeah, right. For $95. And it goes in a vault and it comes back out every 10 years.
Yep.
And it gets $100 more. Anyways, I'm definitely down with Space Jam 2. And then if we can fit in Black Widow, because I really definitely want to see that one.
Yeah. So I definitely am down for that as well.
All right, cool, man.
All right, cool.
All right,
cool. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching.
And have a wonderful week.
See you next time.